name is Mony Odhiambo. I currently serve as the Vice President of the Law Society of Kenya, and I'm vying for the position of the President of the Law Society of Kenya. What has motivated me stems from the work that we have done since I was in council. And I've been able to ensure, working with the council, that we have stabilized the law society. And I think it's time that we progress. We focus on progress in our practice, progress in the bar, and progress in the welfare of the Law Society of Kenya. And I think I'm the right leader because I've been able to see the two divides that we have had: leadership at a time when we had a bit of crossroads, and the challenges of a crumbling council and what it would mean to the stability of the law society and even its effectiveness. But further is what 2 years of stability can do, that you can start focusing and harnessing on the potential of the Law Society of Kenya. Because in these 2 years, we've already started the journey that we want to develop the Law Society and have a Wakili Tower. Apart from that is how can we harness and develop also the South Sea plot that has laid bare for so many years. We also want to focus on opening opportunities for practice. Since my coming into office as the Vice President, we have admitted over 2,200 young advocates. But the challenge is what opportunities are there for them. So we need to start thinking out of the box. We need to think, how will we support them to the new niches of law, and how will we support opportunities? Apart from that, we have in-house counsel that also needs support from the Law Society and commercial advocates of the Law Society of Kenya, and even thinking about our seniors. How can we ensure that we engage and keep the seniors and the young collegial, but also supporting them with the relevant experience they've had in the years, but also giving back to the society? And also, what can we give back to our seniors, having served the society for so long? And so it's high time we think and focused on how can we harness on the potential of the Law Society of Kenya. What special position that we have, and what can we do not only for our members, but also members of the public that are relying on us. And you started by asking, it's a precarious or an interesting time that we are actually going into election. The question of the rule of law and who can stand firm, who can ensure that we steer in the right direction. I've been part of this council that we have continued to be a strong voice for the Law Society of Kenya and also for members of the public, calling upon the executive to respect and adhere to the rule of law. And that is what we need: a safe pair of hands, a level-headed person that is able to work not only with others, and also listen to the different divides and views and focus the Law Society to the next level. Since the time of Rachel, we've had quite a number of vice presidents, including myself. But us getting to the next level that we have a lady president has been quite a challenge. And I know some of the nuances that may be there in terms of, is a lady president able to handle the pressure? But I say, having sat on that position as the vice president in this particular dispensation, I've been able to continue having a level head, supported the office of the president in terms of us calling out the executive, us filing PIL matters to support the focus on the rule of law. And so the challenges will continue to be there. There will be pressure from the executive, but I've been able to handle it and handle it graciously at the position that I've sat as the vice president. And I know I'm up to the task to handle it similarly as the president of the Law Society of Kenya. Now, for the young advocates of the Law Society of Kenya, when I joined as the vice president, I set up a mentorship program. And we have not only been able to mentor not only at different universities, but also the new young advocates. We set up a mentorship program, the Office of the Vice President with the Office of the Chief Justice, that we could open opportunities in terms of granting briefs to young advocates, but at the same time working with the senior counsel bar that had pledged to come and support and train and mentor the young advocates. I've been able to get further support from advocates over 15 years, apart from the Senior Counsel Bar, that they'll come in and support that mentorship initiative. That we have more young advocates, they're able to get support from the time they join the bar until where they feel they're a bit stable, they learn a bit of the ropes on how to survive as a young advocate, how to get work, how to manage an office, how to run your briefs, how to file matters, and even career progression direction, you will get that support. But in terms of opportunities, what I'm thinking, or my promise to the young lawyers, is that I'd want to establish opportunities to meet different industry leaders, to work with KEPSA, where LSK is a member, to work with the KNCCI, to open opportunities that young lawyers can meet these different industry leaders and also delve in opportunities for themselves. What I also want to see is that how can we focus in terms of the Advocates Act provides for certain areas that advocates should be lawyers. And I want to move in terms of changing the law that will ensure that cooperative officers, children officers, and ensure that all land registrars are advocates. And that will open opportunities for young lawyers. We're seeing the Office of the Attorney General is growing. And as they delve into devolving, we hope that and will support and work with the Office of the Attorney General to have a proper scheme of service so that they can hire young advocates to join the public service and join the Office of the Attorney General to serve, but also take up more advocates. Because if government is able to hire more advocates, then at least I'm ensured that my members get work opportunities. So I'm running on the mantra of a stable progressive bar. The stable progressive bar will ensure that there is protection of the rule of law. Will ensure that there's a stable bar. We will work closely with the branch caucus chairs, we'll work with the chapter chairs, and we'll work with you, members of the Law Society of Kenya, to ensure that you see the law society that you want. A law society that will finally have a tower that emulates the greatness of the numbers that we have as the members of the Law Society of Kenya. That we develop also a property that is at South Sea. That we ensure progress in our practice. We get back WIBA and practice matters come back to the courts. That we ensure that we train you and have CPD as a specialized institute so that you can delve into the new niches, into the new areas of practice. That we're able to support you in terms of having a medical cover for all our members of the Law Society of Kenya. I ask you to have faith in me the same way you had faith in me when I joined as your vice president. I will not let you down. I will walk with you. I will work with you. Have faith in faith. Come out in large numbers on the 29th of February, 2024. Vote faith, vote for progress, vote for the next Law Society president that will be a servant for you.